Dear Cancer, the week of August 10th through August 16th, 2026, begins with a calm but deeply meaningful energy. After weeks of carrying emotional responsibilities and trying to keep everything under control, you'll finally begin feeling that life is becoming lighter. The pressure you've quietly carried starts fading, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. As a Cancer, you're ruled by the moon, making you one of the most intuitive signs of the zodiac. You naturally sense changes before they happen, and this week your intuition becomes stronger than ever. Listen to those quiet feelings inside you because they are guiding you in the right direction. The beginning of the week encourages healing. Not only emotional healing, but also healing your confidence. There may have been moments recently when you questioned your decisions or wondered whether your efforts were truly appreciated. This week begins answering those questions. From Monday onward, you'll notice that situations which once felt confusing slowly begin making sense. Delayed answers arrive. Important conversations happen naturally. Even people around you seem more willing to cooperate. Professionally, this week brings encouraging progress. The work you've been doing quietly behind the scenes finally begins attracting attention. Your dedication, patience, and reliability make you someone that employers and coworkers naturally trust. Someone may unexpectedly recognize your abilities. A supervisor could praise your work. A client may recommend your services. Or an opportunity you've been waiting for finally begins moving forward. Don't underestimate your experience. You know far more than you sometimes give yourself credit for. If you've been thinking about changing jobs, asking for a promotion, or beginning a personal project, this week supports practical action. Move confidently. You are far more prepared than you realize. Financially, the week remains stable with positive opportunities for improvement. Additional income could arrive through bonuses, freelance work, family support, or delayed payments. Although your financial outlook improves, continue making wise decisions. Save consistently. Avoid emotional spending. Think about the future you're building instead of temporary satisfaction. Love becomes one of the most beautiful areas of your week. If you're already in a relationship, emotional closeness grows stronger through honest conversations and simple moments spent together. Your partner appreciates your kindness more than you realize. If you're single, someone may unexpectedly enter your life through family, mutual friends, work, or social gatherings. This connection develops slowly but feels safe and genuine from the very beginning. Family also becomes an important source of strength. Someone close may offer valuable advice or emotional support exactly when you need it most. Accept that support. You don't always have to carry everything alone. Health deserves gentle attention this week. Your emotional well-being directly affects your physical energy, so make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating nourishing meals, staying hydrated, and giving yourself time to relax without guilt. As the week continues, you'll realize something important. The future you've been hoping for isn't as far away as it once seemed. Sometimes life simply needed a little more time to place everything exactly where it belongs. As the middle of the week arrives, Cancer, you'll begin noticing that your heart feels much lighter than it did only a few days ago. Situations that once caused worry slowly begin finding peaceful resolutions, and you'll finally realize that not every problem required you to carry it alone. One of the biggest lessons this week is learning to trust the timing of your life. You've spent enough energy worrying about things you couldn't control. Now, the universe asks you to focus on what you can control. Your attitude, your decisions, and the love you continue giving to the people who truly deserve it. Professionally, your confidence continues growing. People begin appreciating your calm approach to solving problems. While others become stressed under pressure, you remain thoughtful and patient, making you someone that coworkers and supervisors naturally rely upon. An important opportunity may arrive through someone you've known for quite some time. A recommendation, a phone call, an invitation, or even a casual conversation could become the beginning of something much larger. Stay open. Sometimes the biggest opportunities wear very ordinary clothes. If you own a business, customer relationships improve throughout the week. Existing clients become more loyal, while new opportunities appear through recommendations rather than expensive advertising. Continue treating people with honesty and respect. Your reputation is becoming one of your greatest assets. Financially, the second half of the week remains encouraging. Money matters begin feeling much more stable than they have recently. Some Cancer natives may finally receive delayed payments or discover new ways to increase their income without creating unnecessary stress. Continue making practical decisions. The financial security you're building now will become incredibly valuable later this year. You stop apologizing for caring deeply. For too long, you've worried that your kindness made you vulnerable. This week reminds you that kindness is one of your greatest strengths. Never allow the world to convince you otherwise. Love continues receiving wonderful support. If you're already in a relationship, emotional conversations help both of you understand each other on a much deeper level. Small acts of affection, encouragement, and appreciation strengthen your bond more than dramatic gestures ever could. If you're single, someone may unexpectedly capture your attention through work, family, mutual friends, or an ordinary meeting that quickly becomes unforgettable. This connection develops naturally because neither of you feels the need to pretend. Everything feels comfortable, safe, real. Allow trust to grow one day at a time. Family life also becomes more peaceful. A misunderstanding may finally disappear, or someone close may simply remind you how important you truly are. Accept compliments without doubting them. You deserve to feel appreciated. Health improves when your emotional balance improves. Make time for rest, peaceful walks, nourishing meals, and moments without unnecessary distractions. Spending time near water or in nature will be especially healing during the second half of the week. As the weekend approaches, you'll recognize that you've become much stronger than you realized. Not because life became easier, but because you've learned how to protect your peace while continuing to move forward. As the weekend arrives, Cancer, you'll begin feeling something that has been missing for quite some time. Peace. Not because every challenge has disappeared, but because you've stopped allowing every challenge to control your emotions. That quiet inner strength becomes your greatest victory this week. Saturday brings especially warm energy for family, close friends, and meaningful conversations. You may spend time with people who remind you how loved and appreciated you truly are. If you've been feeling emotionally distant from someone important, this weekend creates the perfect opportunity to reconnect. Don't wait for the perfect words. Speak from your heart. Honesty heals far more than silence ever can. Your intuition becomes exceptionally powerful during the weekend. A dream, a sudden feeling, or an unexpected coincidence may provide exactly the guidance you've been searching for. Trust those quiet moments. The universe often whispers before it changes your life. Financially, you'll begin feeling much more secure about the future. While dramatic wealth isn't the focus of this week, you're building something even more valuable. A stable foundation that will continue supporting your dreams for months ahead. Continue making practical choices. Every wise decision brings you closer to the life you've been working toward. Emotionally, this week helps you release something you've carried for far too long. Old disappointment, old guilt, old fear. You finally understand that the past has taught you enough. It no longer needs to control your future. That realization changes everything. Love continues growing stronger. If you're in a relationship, you'll notice that trust deepens naturally as both of you become more open about your feelings and future plans. The relationship begins feeling less like work and more like home. If you're single, don't be surprised if someone continues occupying your thoughts after an unexpected meeting. Sometimes the most meaningful relationships don't begin with fireworks. They begin with peace. Family remains your greatest source of motivation throughout this weekend. A simple conversation, shared meal, or quiet evening together reminds you what genuine happiness truly looks like. Health also continues improving as you give yourself permission to slow down. Quality sleep, healthy food, fresh air, and emotional balance restore your energy far more effectively than constantly pushing yourself beyond your limits. Before this week comes to an end, take a moment to recognize how much you've grown. You are no longer the person who doubted every decision. You are no longer carrying every burden alone. You are becoming stronger without losing your kindness. And that's one of the rarest strengths anyone can possess. As August 10th to 16th, 2026 comes to a close, the universe leaves you with one final message. Never underestimate the quiet power of your heart. Your kindness, your loyalty, and your ability to love deeply are not weaknesses. They are the qualities that will continue opening the right doors, attracting the right people, and leading you toward the peaceful, beautiful future you've always deserved. Trust yourself, protect your peace, and keep moving forward. Your brightest chapter is only beginning.